Okay, so I made a video that'll probably never be posted. We got the daddy. Daddy, our brain is so broken. Yeah, I think we're just laughing because we want to cry. And we're not allowed to cry, so that's because if we cry, then we'll never stop crying. And I always want to cry. So, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I entered a little bit of this topic before, and another video before that. Okay, what should we do? Okay, let's get the religion cult shit out of the way. Because I talked about it a little bit before. And the video I'm doing just before that. Yeah, okay, so I don't really get the difference between the religions and the cult. And the more I think about it, it sounds like I was raised by a cult. If there wasn't a cult, it was just our family. But our family was large. But it wasn't our extended members, it was just the people in the house. You're like, that's 9 kids and 2 adults, so that's 11 people. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, like, but okay. What are the requirements? What are the requirements for a cult? I do not know. But you're like, oh, you hear all the horror stories about like what makes it a cult and everything. Especially since I'm like, they're because there's like Christianity, which is, sorry, it doesn't make any sense because I was like, there's the Bible, which is in what? In Christianity, for Catholics and the different branches of Christianity, like Baptist and all that crap. I don't know. I think we're Baptists. I don't know what I was raised on. And then there are Jews who only believe in the Old Testament. They don't want any of the New Testament. They're like, it's all just religion. And it's all there. And it's all the same book. It's all based around the Bible. Wow. Yeah, so. And the religions, I was like, yeah. And then there's so many cults that are based off, like, Christianity. Maybe other religions, but seems mostly about Christianity. They just interpret it their own way. They just have their own interpretation, which I was like, not any different than that group of church did. Just their own interpretation of the Bible. Just different parts of the Bible they want to focus on. Not any different than how I was raised. Not really any different than how they were talking about. You're like, oh yeah, but they mentioned some stuff that's not in the Bible. It doesn't match the text. It's like the only difference is that they didn't write their own version of it. They didn't write their own agenda or whatever the hell it's called. They didn't write their own memento, their own version of it. But they did teach us crap that wasn't in there. They were like, oh, this is not actually in the Bible. My siblings who still believe in the crap are like, oh, this is not actually in the Bible. Not everything that we were taught was actually in the Bible. It doesn't actually match. Yeah. But a lot of it does, so no thank you. Yeah. And then, oh, they also have all their crazy suspicions and superstitions, yeah. And all their beliefs, yeah. That matches up. The abuse matches up. Physical, verbal, yep, check. Rape and molestation, yep. Mostly all done by my older brother. Oh, and my last video was also being like, oh, why was I the only one that was protected? Yeah. Okay, had to get that out. It's my newest revelation. My brain's trying to get out, being like, oh yeah, we did the depression thing. We did a little bit of the anger issues. We learned we probably have PTSD, and then it was like, oh, now we learn about all the anxiety, all the panic attacks. Oh, now we deal more with our sexuality and our gender and crap like that, and body issues. Yay. Then we're like, oh, you're probably anorexic, and then you're like, oh, no, now we learn we're paranoid, and then latest ADHD thing, and then the brain decided to reveal that we were probably Okay. Made a video before that, but we're gonna hide it. We're never gonna talk about anything. We're gonna suppress it. We're gonna go back to suppressing it, hiding all of the crap in our brain. We don't have any memories to support anything anyway. We don't have anything to fight against it, and we have a lot of questions that seem to all be answered by it, and we don't have any... We don't have any direct evidence because we were brainwashed, and we don't have any memories because we spent an entire child concussed, so... Fun being me. Okay, oh, shit. Fuck. Okay, this was about cult. So, yeah. I don't understand the difference. The only thing with cults is that they usually get in trouble for it, and they get shut down by the government. Yeah. But for churches and religions, yeah, they don't do that. Yeah, they might teach hatred and violence, but they do not get in trouble for it. Yes, the cults is when you get caught. Religion is when it's usually even a bigger group, and it's just seen as acceptable. Great. And also, I think it's all just hypocrisy. So being hypocrite. It's all BS. Because in Christianity and all that crap, it's like, I love you, and even if you don't believe in me, and even if you do horrible things and you're a monster and like you rape and kill people, I still love you. And you still have like a chance at heaven or whatever. I still love you, but the whole deal is I love you even though you've sinned. But I'm still gonna punish you for these sins, and I'm still gonna kill you, and also gonna punish you and kill you even if you didn't sin, because I believe you've all sinned, and if you do anything I don't like, then I'm gonna punish you for all of eternity. And also, if you don't change what I don't like, even if you like believe in me or whatever and ask for forgiveness, then you're gonna still burn in hell for all eternity. And you're like, and you say you're true love and that you love me, yeah, and yet you really hate me because you want me to suffer forever, and you want to hurt me. Yeah, thanks. No thanks. And then you're like, yep, that matched perfectly with my parents. You say me love me, and it's unconditional love. But anytime I mess up, and even if I don't mess up, you hurt me. Thanks. Your words and your actions do not work. They do not. They do not match. And yeah, the only times your words and your actions match is when we're faking it in front of people, and when they're both violent. And that's the most consistent there ever are. And it seems to be the only truth. So, thanks. Next, realizing I had more acne wants to show up right after the other acne just healed up. It wants to pop out. So we're gonna crash at it. And cover it with my beard hair. Okay, yeah. So I will never get it. And we just learn more and more, and that religion's not for us. And like siblings, like they still hold on to it, and I don't get why. I never will. But I'm like, okay, it makes you happy, so you can hold on to it. And you were like, oh yeah, since I get it, because I was like, we weren't loved by our parents, so the idea that somebody else loved us and would love us no matter what is a nice idea. But if I look at the Bible and I look at what I was taught, it doesn't seem to be true. And the whole religion thing, it all just seems to hurt me. So I got rid of it. So it can't be used against me. I can't use it against myself. Nobody can use it against me. And it no longer hurts me. And also, so we no longer hear and see demons anymore. That's nice. That's a nice benefit. We see and hear less crazy shit. We no longer believe in it. That's nice. So yeah, I 100% believe. I was like, if you believe in it, you will see it. And then even if you like, oh, I don't believe it, and you're like, oh, even if you don't believe it, but you're like, oh, now I do. You had this thought, you're like, what if, maybe. Yeah, you had this possibility open, and you weren't in complete denial about it, and you didn't have evidence, and you didn't have a backup plan, and you didn't have all this stuff to fight against it. It's a little bit open. So you're like, oh, I didn't believe in ghosts, but then I saw one. Yeah, really? You had to believe that was a possibility, otherwise you could have never saw it. You could have asked. You still probably have that fear in the back of your head. But you didn't think about it, and you didn't really believe it was real. But that fear decided to pop up and make you see shit. So, yeah. I 100% believe. If you believe it, you will see it. Because they're like, oh, you have to see it to believe it. Yeah, a lot of people see crap and then believe it. But to stop seeing it, you have to stop believing it. It works. It did for me anyway. Okay, that's everything for the cult and religion crap.